As you guys know, I made a video not long ago talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunners and the confirmation that we will soon be getting another show regarding Cyberpunk, which is super exciting because if you're super impatient like I am, you've been waiting to hear this information confirmed for a long time. And yes, there was whispers and some moderate confirmation, but it was really cool to see a really solid confirmation that we will be getting something in the future. Now, my last video did very well. It's 145,000 views, which is incredibly crazy for a channel like mine that's very small. But I did throw out some theories in the video that people seem to be upset about, and I don't know why. All I said is that there might be a season 2, but most likely not. Someone named Cracky Crates is criticizing me in the comment section. My life, man. They should make a sequel to Edgerunners. Oh wow, it's almost like you misquoted me. That's not all I said. I said they should make a sequel to Edgerunners, but they probably won't. Gosh, with who? There's nothing left. Oh my gosh. You're telling me that some main characters died and they're no longer going to be able to continue the show? Someone informed JoJo that their series does not exist. What second season for Edgerunners? The whole cast is you know. You don't have to remind me. I know. I don't know what it will be since the continuation is basically impossible. Everyone's dead, Jim. But a Neuromancer anime would be preem. Guys, just because some main characters died does not mean you cannot continue the show. Lucy still exists, okay? Maybe David made her pregnant before he died. I don't know. Maybe something surprise will happen. That probably is not the case because I don't think she went straight to the moon after everyone died. I think that there was actually some time, obviously, between that. Come on, guys. Let me have some imagination. I'm at least allowed to think. In my opinion, I don't think it's impossible to have a second season of Edgerunners. Do I think they're going to make one? No. And I also think at the same time, the studio is basically already confirmed that they're probably not going to be doing a second season. It's more of me just kind of being like making my own conspiracy theory of possibly a second season and how exciting that would be. But there's been a lot of theories being thrown out. Honestly, I think some of these theories are really incredible, which this one by not Optimus Prime, so he's not Optimus Prime. He says he wants a Johnny Silverhand anime, which in my opinion would be pretty cool. I think out of all the theories that have been provided for a new Cyberpunk Edgerunners series, I think Johnny Silverhand does make sense. I also think it would be one of the more interesting ones. I do know in the video game, we do get to see quite a bit about him. We get to learn quite a bit about his backstory, even leading up obviously to his death and how he ends up in the situation he's in with V and all these sort of things. And it really is interesting to see Johnny Silverhand's perspective. And obviously there is a lot to unfold when it comes to that character, like a lot. To be fair, do I think that's going to be the next one? I'm kind of doubtful. First of all, no one's going to be okay with a Johnny Silverhand anime if it probably isn't voiced by Keanu Reeves, which would be pretty interesting to have a Keanu Reeves themed show in anime form, not gonna lie. But I also at the same time feel like that would be an awesome route. Like it would be very cool if they were to make a Johnny Silverhand Cyberpunk anime. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. We do see quite a bit of Johnny Silverhand in the actual game, and I think because of that, they're going to use that as a way to say, well, there's no point in making a full-fledged show. Maybe we could like do something earlier in his life. I mean, it's really up to the imagination of the people who created Cyberpunk in general. Obviously, it's up to them whether or not they believe there could be a story for that. I could see the route, but I'm not completely sure. I don't know if that's possible. But you know what? Anything's possible. It is probably one of the more popular ideas, so it doesn't really surprise me that people would want this. And all the people in my comment section were going on and on and on about Johnny Silverhand. I feel like that's a very popular character that a lot of people would love to see another show on. This guy says, I know Edgerunners won't get a season 2, but I don't mind if they do a series based on Lucy, on like how she became an Edgerunner, or heck, what her life is like on the moon. And honestly, yes, this would be like a sequel to the Edgerunner show if there was a thing about the moon and her living on the moon or her trip to the moon, whatever it might be. I can't imagine that'd be too interesting. I'd like to think that she lives her life pretty peacefully after Edgerunners. For her childhood, this would make sense because when they were starting to develop people into Edgerunners, she was a child who was in that program, and there's an entire chunk of lore that can be unlocked through the beginning of them creating Edgerunners and the kids being Edgerunners and them going through the brutal amount of testing and torturous activities that these kids had to go through and the absolute murder. Like in the show, it is really deep on what happens, and we get like a very off the surface amount of information based on how Lucy lived in that world and her childhood and her involvement with that. It is really sad and disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. It would be a very brutal but a very interesting story to show. I know a lot of people also brought up Atom Smasher.
You look like a cut of fuckable meat.
Atom Smasher is also a very interesting character, and there's a lot of lore around him, and obviously he's like one of the main villains in Cyberpunk. There's also maybe the idea of a corpo anime as well, someone who works in one of the corporations. Now, we also don't know when the series is going to come out. They're not releasing information. They are just as annoying with releasing information as Chainsaw Man has for their freaking movie. I cannot get a single ounce of information out of when the next Chainsaw Man movie will be coming out. I want to know now, but I have to be patient, which I'm not good with. I gotta be patient. I'm desperately always doing research and always trying to figure things out for you guys to see what's happening next. So as it goes for a release date, we don't know about, you know, Cyberpunk, and we don't know about Chainsaw Man's Raise movie, which is pissing me off, bro. I really want to know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about Cyberpunk and what you think might be the future of it, what your favorite idea for a future Cyberpunk anime might be. Mine, I still think is kind of Johnny Silverhand. I think that would be really cool. But as it stands, we still don't really know, and I would be curious to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Anyways, Joe Biden lean.